Greetings world. We are Anonymous. The elite have three large agendas in their plan to form the New World Order. They are the global government, the global currency, and the global religion. Today we will be discussing a small part of the upcoming global religion agenda that is starting to be increasingly pushed on us. As we begin to hear the repetitive talk of global and community and unity and peace, how everything must now be engineered, put into a nice controllable box. We must remember what they mean by these things. We hope this will help you see the upcoming propaganda which will be used to bring around the one world religion. Over the course of history, humanity has been attacked by an elite few. We have been persecuted, silenced, monitored, tortured, controlled, poisoned, slaughtered, experimented on, used, betrayed and more. These things have done something else to us as a species. Something even more horrific. All of the constant attacks. All of the controlled knowledge through education and religion and media corporations. All of the restrictions through laws and government corporations. All of the physical and mental damage we have from birth due to the generations of poisoned foods and other chemical and biological experiments done by the medical and government corporations. These tragedies are not ours alone. They have affected every generation for the last 5,000 years. They have been carried out on us all through the centuries by the elite who are exposed to you through the links in the description. But what is it that we have lost which affects us more deeply than their other infections? Let us take a look. Take a moment and really look at all of the other species on this earth. We know we are superior. The elite have convinced us of that half of the truth, which is already obvious. What the elite have destroyed in all of us is our ability to see the deeper meaning and the bigger picture. What it means to be superior. We are the superior species on this earth. And with great power comes great responsibility. Why do we believe the lies that we are unable to all live well on this earth? That we cannot all fit? That we must change and conform until every right we have by natural and human law is taken from us? Look around. There is fresh water. Where the government has not touched it, that is cleaned naturally by the sand. And plants that produce highly nutritious fruits and leaves we can eat and thrive from, that cure diseases and prevent them completely. If the governments would stop supporting GMO and vaccines, if we would make the government stop poisoning our air, that too would be clean. We have turned every natural process into a government's duty to control and change. There are many things one simply does not change, like life. The environmental processes and natural flow of things. Everything on earth is made to function properly to produce life. Not garbage. Not waste. But that does not fit the depopulation agenda. The elite only want one thing. Death. Every way they can get it. They want us all dead so they can live on a desolate rock and be ruled by their god. But this planet is made for life. We have no excuse not to all have healthy food that purifies our bodies and gives us energy, more than we can eat. Food that strengthens our brains so we are able to think critically and logically. Water that cleanses our systems and refreshes our cells because it is the correct alkaline level. Everything that naturally grows holds the correct alkaline balance for us. Keeps us strong and healthy. That is why the elite made certain to destroy seeds first. So nothing that would grow would be of any nutritional value to our natural human system. You are what you eat. When you eat death, you cannot expect to live. The other species on Earth take care of their own species quite fine, until governments decide to step in and destroy them. Do you see the pattern? We have been so trained that we the humans, we the superior ones, we must dominate all and be dominated ourselves. Why? We already know we are the superior species. We already dominate. There is nothing to prove. There is something to hide low, and hide it well they have. Our superiority comes with the highest responsibility as well. We have all the knowledge, the abilities, the technologies, and instead of using it to make this earth even more wondrous than it already is without us, we use it to destroy everything, including future possibilities of prosperity. We are the only species which not only kills ourselves, but the future of our own kind. We who are supposed to have the higher responsibility, the superior duty is one of caregivers, protectors, overseers of the earth. We are supposed to use our abilities for good, so all can live easier, prosper, be happy, be healthy, live long, no stress, no need for rulers controlling every aspect of our lives. If we act as humans, the superior species, with the wisdom it contains, we have been kept from our purpose. Our species has the awareness and mental capacities to learn from all other species on Earth, and more, to expand our knowledge. Every ecosystem on this Earth, the jungles, the mountains, the deserts and the oceans, yes, they would thrive if we would stop destroying them. However, we have learned that in order for the mountain woods to remain healthy, the brush must be burned back from time to time. We have learned this helps prevent forest fires and devastation, and gets rid of and prevents disease. The land needs to be groomed. We have learned that when we farm we can preserve the food. We can dry the seeds and grow more. It is easy to provide food for everyone. We learn that if we fish, or hunt within reason, it helps more vicious or rapid breeding species not take over and cause diseases and deaths. Animals who are violent and would destroy other species completely must be watched and managed, not slaughtered into extinction. While other more mild and gentle animals run the risk of extinction and have gone extinct because of our carelessness. We must stop wasting life, all life. There is a natural balance and we are supposed to protect the balance and watch and advance life on this earth in order to bring prosperity to every single thing and creature in it. These things do not thrive and prosper without some upkeep. We must take care. Our true purpose requires a great deal of responsibility, wisdom and humility. That is why the elite have done everything they can over the last 6,000 years to divide us. Keep us focused on problems they create within our own species. No other species would poison its kind. No other species would hinder the quality of life of its own kind. We understand we are under control of the elite and we are waking up more and more. However, without understanding how to be humans again, what will we be when the elite are gone? If we learn how to be human enough to fight and save our species from them, the elite now have started forming the new one world religion. It will be a religion of the world, meaning, the one who will be worshipped will be called Mother Earth, the world, and everything in it. That is one way they are spinning it. The other possibility to bring in the one religion is the holographic alien invasion they are planning, since that works into the space and UFO agenda. We will discuss that in a later video. Either way it will be given a sweet sugar-coated name. Like always, like Gaia New Age, Wicca any other pseudo-religions, Religion is a fancy name they use for cult. Kabbalah. We have long been brainwashed to think that Mother Earth gives us life. Yes, the Earth has everything we need to all life forever and comfort. But this hides us from ever looking at the rest of the thought, that we must care for it and each other. And more. We are responsible. You are responsible. I am responsible. We are all responsible. We are the superior species. This is our domain to take care of and thrive, and do not fall for the brainwashing they are now going to push. The message that you should worship the earth and animals. What is under your care? What you are superior to. Do not fall for this deception. You will see it come up more and more. Be aware. Realize the truth, not the illusion. If we continue under the illusion of our present reality, if we continue to ignore our duty as humanity, the one world religion will succeed and we will be lost forever. The worship of nature, the worship of animals, has been around for thousands of years. It is given many names, and like every other religion, it is rooted in the worship of Lucifer. The elite are Luciferian, and the worship of nature is central in that religion, along with ritual human sacrifice, bestiality, and other horrors. Calling it worshipping or loving nature is the disguise they use to hide what they mean. How they define the terms they are using, what these terms mean to them, is worshipping Lucifer, their god who they call Christ, Mary, Isis, Horus, Saturn, the Black Cube, aliens, Sun Nature, Mother Earth, Diana, Buddha, Apollo. It is all the same. They use signs and symbols to tell us what they do. They want to slaughter billions of people to bring the population down. It is working. They do not want people here. If humans worship nature and animals and all things, it also works hand in hand with their agenda of man is evil. Man is the disease that destroys the earth. This they have already started, of course. They give us lies until we believe. They use words and phrases repeatedly to brainwash us until we forget the words' true definitions. They change the terms to confuse us all through history. They are magicians. They use illusion. White is black and light is dark. Yin is yang. They play both sides. Illusion. We must apply our knowledge and be aware of the words they use and what they mean by them. They do not always tell only lies, but lead us far enough away from being able to see the truth. They pervert and twist truth and what is right and what is pure and perfect and beautiful. And they distort it, they twist it. Humans have fallen for it time and time again. This time we can stop it before it happens. Be confused no longer. We hope this will help some to not be deceived by the upcoming attacks. Be vigilant to how the topics mentioned here are brought up in the future. Who speaks of them? How is it portrayed? Why is it being talked about? These questions we must ask about everything. Every other species understands the purpose of life is to live, and that we can live very easily and all together on this same earth. They have clothing and food and homes. They don't have taxes. They don't have governments. And still they breed. They eat. They sleep. They live. They do not have the elite conspiring against them at every turn. Within reason. Why do we allow it? There are no masters over us here on this earth when humans are all equal. It is preposterous. We are the superior species. Why do we pretend to be so weak? Why do we allow ourselves to be permanently defeated by fear and lies? We are taught to hate. We are taught to be divided. The elite have taken our faith in ourselves. They have taken our humility and our responsibilities and our power, our freedom. We hope this message will help you not fall into the traps, which will be coming up more and more. We must change ourselves to be able to prosper without the elite. If we do, they will have lost all power. It is simple to get rid of the elite, but we have to know that we are the ones with the power. We now have so much technology and corruption. It will be impossible to return to the humanity we are meant to be. But we could make it much better than it is. We must start acting like the superior species we are and stop destroying ourselves. When we damage anything on this earth, we only damage the cycle and the very delicate system that keeps us alive and our friends and our families. Think about it. We need to take care of this earth out of the respect it deserves as our home. We need to take care of the animals and fish and birds and bugs, as they have an intricate part in how we all flourish and how the earth continues to replenish life. We need to take care of the animals we farm for food. That we respect ourselves enough to be responsible with life. We need to take care of our water, being sure to dispose of our waste properly. Remember, we are the only ones creating waste that is incompatible with this earth, because it is fake and dead, genetically modified, fabricated, plastic, fake. So, we need to change. This applies to how we are with each other, not just the ground, the water, the air, the animals, the fish and the birds. We must have the same respect for each other and hold ourselves accordingly. Our greatest deception is the lie that we ever needed governments. The idea that we cannot survive without someone else telling us what to do and how to be. The concept that though we were given brains, hearts, lungs, eyes, voices, free will, we are incapable of learning, loving, thinking, breathing, seeing and making responsible choices, is insanity, a mental dysfunction we all have, that we need others to tell us what to do and how to think, that we are incapable of using the brains we are born with to produce thoughts that will produce actions that will affect us. It is amazing that if you give a child fire, and they burn themselves, they will not touch it again. They have learned. If another child reached out to touch the fire, what does the first do? It tries to stop the other from getting burned. We naturally learn. We naturally protect. We naturally love. The frequency of love is much stronger than the frequency of fear. But it is short, and fear is long. We must change. There is a natural order that takes care of itself. We all have different abilities and talents. Nothing else need be done or said about it. There are no rulers. No one higher than another. We are all equal. We are all different. Some teach. Some discover. Some build. Every talent is important. We are all the same species. We are human. It is time we act like it. We must stop acting worse than the animals, and learn how to change. Then we must change and be better. Reach out and become what you are meant to be. Be more than your dreams. Become reality. Become humanity. Do not be deceived. The elite think they control us, but we are the support they stand upon. When we rise, they all fall down. Let them expect us.